The level of self-esteem happens in all ages, races, and genders of people.
Everyone has self-esteem issues, whether it's physically or mentally, it's still an issue.
Everyone is given this ideal person who they are supposed to not only look like, but act like.
If you do not have a Victoria's Secret body, you are not perfect.
If you don't have a Channing Tatum body type, you are not perfect.
If you are not as smart as Albert Einstein, you are not perfect.
If you're not as funny as Jim Carrey, you're not perfect.
If your relationship isn't like Noah and Allie's, it's not perfect.
But what's perfect?
Is there such thing as perfect?
Having all the required or desirable elements, qualities, or characteristics, as good as it can possibly be.
Nowhere in that definition does it say that you have to look or act a certain way.
From the time we are born, we're put into this world of constant do's and don'ts based on what is socially accepted.
If we go out on a Friday night, we're a party animal, but if we don't, we're a loser.
If you study for that final exam, you're a nerd, but if you don't, you're dumb.
If you put effort into the way you look, you're a prude and fake, but if you don't, you're lazy.
If you're fat, you need to lose weight. If you're skinny, you need to gain weight.
Once upon a time, Marilyn Monroe was the perfect body weight. And once upon a time, that ankle was what you called sexy.
So now our expectations for beauty are completely morphed into something that's totally unrealistic and unachievable for most normal human beings.
In someone's eyes, you could be the world's greatest person.
But in another person's eyes, you could be the lamest or most disgusting person they've ever met.
In someone's eyes, you could be brilliant and smart.
But in someone else's eyes, you could be dumber than a loaf of bread.
So tell us, who's right?
Why can't we just be who we want to be and live our life the way we want to live it?
How come when a girl looks in the mirror, she sees an ugly version of herself?
And when a man looks in the mirror, he sees himself like he's a professional bodybuilder.
You should be proud of who you are and always stay confident.
Don't let yourself fall into the vicious cycle.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will cripple my unstable and heavily dependent level of self-worth.
Just because you're different doesn't make you wrong, and just because you're the same doesn't make you right.
I'm a forensic artist. Worked for the San Jose Police Department from 1995 to 2011.
I showed up to a place I'd never been, and there was a guy with a drafting board.
We couldn't see them, they couldn't see us.
I didn't know what he was doing, but then I could tell after several questions that he was drawing me.
Tell me about your chin.
It kind of protrudes a little bit, especially when I smile.
Your jaw.
My mom told me I had a big jaw.
What would be your most prominent feature?
Kind of have a fat, rounder face.
The older I've gotten, the more freckles I've gotten.
I would say I have a pretty big forehead.
Once I get a sketch, I say thank you very much, and then they leave. I don't see them.
All I had been told before the sketch was to get friendly with this other woman, Chloe.
Today I'm going to ask you some questions about a person you met earlier, and I'm going to ask you some general questions about their face.
She was thin, so you could see her cheekbones. And her chin, it was a nice, thin chin.
She had nice eyes. They lit up when she spoke.
Cute nose.
She had blue eyes, very nice blue eyes.
So here we are. This is the sketch that you helped me create, and that's a sketch that somebody described of you.
So yeah, that's...
She looks closed off and fatter, sadder too. The second one looks more open, friendly, and happy.
I should be more grateful of my natural beauty. It impacts the choices and the friends that we make, the jobs we apply for, how we treat our children. It impacts everything. couldn't be more critical to your happiness.
Do you think you're more beautiful than you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
We spend a lot of time as women analyzing and trying to fix the things that aren't quite right. And we should spend more time appreciating the things that we do like.
Build a healthy self-esteem.
So stop focusing on what society wants and be who you are.